Logarithms help you perform certain mathematical functions in a relatively simple way.
Right. What mathematical functions? Simple.
For example,
Marek to pierwszy,
you wish to
to Marek.
multiply something by something.
Yeah.
You take the logarithm of something, you take the logarithm of something else, you add the two logarithms, and then take the anti-logarithm.
Oh, pardon?
That was obvious. Alright, forget that, Dad.
Why did it have anything to do with sine and cosine?
No.
I remember.
No, wait a minute. Sine and cosine are different things altogether.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, did they?
Logarithms.
So give me a really simple example. Why look at
No,
the
forget
log in
that,
the
Dad, yesterday we spoke about, I asked you something and you gave a figure of 0.002%. What was that I asked you? Because I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
No, I said to you, what was it the noise reduction level? And I said, what figure would that be?
That's a question of logarithms. Decibels.
Yeah.
Because of a question of decibels.
Right.
Now, let me tell you what a decibel is.
Oh, Gillig.
Does it measure noise level?
No.
No. Doesn't measure noise
No,
level.
it doesn't.
Decibel.
What does the decibel measure?
Decibel is a ratio of one quantity to a standard quantity or to another quantity. But in general, in certain mathematical or physical quantities, we have a base, let's call it a floor level, and we measure everything in relation to that level.
Right.
Now, in acoustics, the human ear, the range of sound pressures which the human ear reacts to and gives you a feeling of sound, loudness and so on, relates to a baseline. And this baseline is internationally standardized. And if we wanted to use pressure numbers, they would be horrific. They would go into hundreds and thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions, which would be a really ridiculous method of measuring, because our ears respond to a scale which is not this linear scale of hundreds and thousands and millions and so on. So we use a logarithmic measure, which is we measure pressure and we relate it to this baseline pressure.
Don't pretend you know.
And this baseline pressure is 20 times the logarithm, the base of 10, of the ratio of 1 to the baseline.
Oh, it's as easy as that.
Oh, right! The easy explanation! No, Dad! Don't even freaking go there, Dad!
Look, now let me...
Related to the baseline pressure of the logarithm being down there. When it's up there, there's loads of pressure. The cosine does a tangent.
She hasn't finished.
Just shut up for a minute. This baseline pressure is the threshold of hearing of a young, healthy person to a sound of 1 kilohertz.
Oh, it's as easy as that. Right, no, Dad, yesterday,
Right,
Dad.
The baseline pressure.
That is the baseline.
Times the kilohertz of a really healthy person.
Shut up.
Minus Dad's explanation is logarithms.
Shut up for a minute.
Or something.
Maria.
I've got it.
Maria. Shut up.
Oh my! Don't listen. Let him finish. Let him
Is
finish.
your explanation?
Let him finish.
It's very simple.
So simple, Maria.
Maria, you asked for a simple explanation. You got it.
And you got it. Can you? All right, no, Dad. Can you give us the difficult explanation?
Now let me explain something.
Oh, please.
No, let him.
Good.
When it comes to sound, the threshold of pressure is the threshold, the lowest sound that a human, young, healthy person can perceive as an audible sound.
Audible or audible?
Audible.
Okay.
And then you have another level of around 120, 125 decibels or thereabouts, which is a threshold of pain. This is where the sound
I'm feeling
is so
painful.
great that it causes pain in the ears. All right? Now,
No, let him finish.
this difference is so many millions of units of pressure higher than the perceivable sound to the painful sound, that to use standard linear numbers would be extremely difficult. So
Don't pretend you
we
know, Maria.
condense
Shut
it into a scale,
Yep.
which is called the decibel scale,
Yep.
where we use this 10 times to the
Power of something.
and
Power of goats.
let me just give you some examples.
Why?
No, let him. Don't let him.
Have you heard a whooshing sound?
20 decibels
Yeah.
is a ratio of 10 times the sound pressure. That's 20 decibels. 40 decibels
It's 20.
is
No, it's not. It's 100
times.
times. That's obvious.
60
Decibels is 1,000 times. Guess what the next bit is?
20 times.
2,000.
Is a million.
Millions. Oh, you're rubbish.
Right? So we use this decibel scaling to make it very much simpler.
For the thick fuckers.
All right?
Right,
That's
Dad.
a decibel scale. It all starts from not the decibel, but the bell scale, which relates to power, where we use not 20 times the logarithm, but 10 times the logarithm.
There's the logarithm.
But that is the scaling which we have used in acoustics.
Okay.
And 140 decibels is extreme pain, and just over 140 decibels, your eardrums burst.
140 decibels is Concord.
Right. So,
140 and
Excuse
over,
me.
your eardrums can burst.
so Maria Kuehn, woman of science.
Of logarithm.
I'm sorry if this is going to go over anyone's head.
It is 20 times the logarithm of the pressure in relation to the baseline pressure. Whatever.
No, Dad, yesterday I asked you, we were talking about the DVD player, and I asked you something like about the noise reduction, and you gave me a percentage of 0.002%. You were 0.006% out.
No,
What was I asking? What do you mean you weren't?
No,
Noise reduction.
I said
Pressure.
it might be 2, it might be 6.
What was that? What would be measured in 0.002%?
Well, I'll tell you what it is. And that is
Minus the logarithm.
the faithful reproduction of a sound wave,
Yeah.
which or the input, electrical input to a device.
Yeah.
This device amplifies or minimizes or whatever the electrical signal, and at the output,
Yeah.
the faithful reproduction
Yeah.
of the input to the output must be perfect.
Okay.
That is what we're aiming for.
Okay.
Now,
Is that the
now
easy
it's not,
explanation?
shut up. Shut up.
Shut up, Maria.
Now, it's not possible to reproduce any signal
Listen.
with 100% correctness from input to output.
I agree.
And when we do that, we distort the input signal, or the output signal has a small amount of distortion of the input signal.
So what would measure in 0.002%? What would I, if I said to you 0.002%, what am I measuring? The noise reduction?
No.
Noise reduction ratio.
No.
Noise reduction over the logarithm cosine?
No.
What then?
You're measuring
Yeah.
the faithful reproduction of the input signal to the output signal.
Okay. Obviously.
If the output signal were absolutely identical
Yeah.
to the input signal,
It wasn't.
the percentage distortion would be 0.
Okay, but it can't. That's impossible.
It's impossible.
Okay. So 0.008. Is that good?
It's
It's very good.
Okay.
0.008 of percent
Yeah, 0.008%.
of 1%.
Yeah.
So that is an excellent system.
Okay.
Which means
Even though it's 50 quid.
that the distortion or the
It's minimal.
is virtually 0.
But it was 50 quid.
Yeah.
So it's better than yours.
Yep.
So is it better than your quad, Dad?
Oh, I don't know.
I'd say so.
I don't know what my quad is. My quad is old.
That's probably 0.006, I'd say, after that explanation.
What a load of bollocks.
You notice that?
Nie, tyle się kłócimy, ile starałem się wytłumaczyć.
What the f...
Dad, give me a cigarette, Dad, before we go.
What the f...
No, I wanna come back.
Yeah.
Trzymaj, zapal sobie. Wprawdzie mam ostatniego, ale... Nie.
Nie, nie. What on earth? That was the easy explanation. Can we ask him the hard explanation? No, let's ask him the
Don't go
hard.
to sleep.
Let's ask him the hard explanation. Oh, that's the logarithm of the percentage of the logarithm of the cosine of the ratio, the base ratio, against the high frequency decibel ratio.
Minus
Do you know what? If we,
cosine of the tangent.
I'm a bit worried that if he asks us to reproduce it, he might smack us round the head.
Christ almighty, didn't you listen?
Didn't you listen, you fucking idiots? Smack! Christ almighty, it's easy! It's so obvious, you fucking morons! So did you get that? Listen, at least I've got it on tape so we can rerun it and write it
Have you got
down.
my bits in?
Yeah, no, I got all your bits in. So listen, we can jot it down, and if Dad gives us any homework, we'll be all right.
Cosine of the base pressure minus the tangent over a really big thing.
He did several. Do you know?
0.008.
Yeah, but Dad did several. Listen, he's full of shit. But several times he did say the baseline pressure over whatever. So he's full of shit as well. He's making it up as he goes along.
Like, we'd know how to correct him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He knows we don't know no different, so he can say whatever he likes.
Like Dad would lie.
No, he's lying.
Such a nice fellow. Give me a cigarette. Not until I come back.
Christ almighty!
Oh, here he comes.
Who's that? No, stop. No, he's no. He's in there. He's in the kitchen going, oh, my children are so stupid. Christ almighty, my thing. Stupid kids. Can't believe I've got stupid kids. Christ almighty.
Ale jeden papieros i potem w środku.
Oh, my kids are so stupid. Why don't my kids understand me? It's so obvious. For God's sake, he's laughing at this. Look, my stupid kids don't understand anything. They're thick. Christ almighty, they're stupid.
Moja miła znała Majkaju, zadujeczkaju, zadumajkaju, Paryża jest moja miła.